not seeing Smash Mouth tonight, so.
Are they playing or not?
No, they canceled. Yeah. I would kill myself.
I told you, I said the next big name that could come, because apparently we're dating back, would be Nickelback.
Hey, yeah.
Nickelback
You know what?
would be the
Okay.
next one. And I like Nickelback as well.
All right, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna crack this Nickelback situation wide open. We're gonna dig in deep on this
Might
one.
as
But
well.
first. Thank you for listening to this podcast, guys. This is serious shit. The show where we seriously don't talk about shit. My name's Vincent Herman, Vin the Human, sitting over here. We don't do that on this. I don't know.
Oh, Travis Neal Herman.
Yeah, Travis Neal Herman.
Dr. T. Neal.
Yeah. And I'm not really your host. There's no host here.
Nobody drives this bus.
Nobody drives this. You know what? A host could be anybody. A host could be you. All of a sudden, just Odle walks in and starts hosting. Who's not here right now? He'll be here soon. Maybe in the middle of this.
Probably.
But there's no host here. It's rotating random hosts. Like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Musical host chairs.
Hey guys, we're talking about the science of podcasts. Rocks. Oh shit. Oh, speaking of The Rock, guess who's here to fucking host the podcast?
You have no idea how many things I've had to buy involving The Rock lately because my son being real big into WWE and all kinds of questions that he has. We find Journey to the Center of the Earth, double pack, comes with Rock as
Journey
the second
2.
one.
Which when I first saw Journey 2 on the shelves, I had no idea it was a sequel to Journey to the Center of the Earth. Because it's just called Journey 2. It doesn't look like it doesn't look at all like a fucking Center of the Earth sequel.
You think it would have to be Journey to the Center of the Earth 2, The Mysterious Island.
Yeah, right.
But it's just Journey to the Mysterious Island.
This is lazy.
Yeah. Well, it has The Rock in it. I was loving that. Yep. And then I buy the Rock versus Cena DVD. Turns out to just be a documentary. I don't even know why I bought that.
By the time he gets around 10 years old, he's going to be all ingrained in the fucking internet and shit. Ben talks about tweets and all that. I don't even fucking talk about tweets. Although I have been tweeting more easily. Yeah, I can't do it anywhere but the toilet, though. Every time I'm taking a shit, that's where I bring up Twitter.
You gotta go take a tweet.
You gotta go take a tweet. I'm going to say that from now on.
Taking a tweet.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I got to go check my Twitter, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I tried to come back with a Simple Interesting Visions on Twitter 2 years after I had started it. Only maybe lasted a week.
Right.
Again.
Most of what I post on there is I'll repost other people's shit. I'll retweet. Yeah. As the kids say on the tweeters. And then if I post anything original from me, anything I want to type out, I make sure it's something obscure, and nobody likes them. Nobody ever fucking favorites or hearts or whatever the fuck it is. But I do it for me because I think it's funny. And it was the one where I'd also posted to Facebook, and I was like, I ate an entire buffalo chicken pizza today, and this entire story is going to shit.
Oh yeah.
And I posted that on there. And I saw some flip-flops in the trash at the gas station, and I took a picture and I posted it only to Twitter. I was like, sometimes you gotta ditch a flop.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Twitter's definitely for those quick little remarks you can make. Or
I want to use it for the obscure shit.
Yeah.
And I share the fucking podcast and whatnot too. Speaking of the thing we were speaking of before this thing we were speaking of, which was Rock. I wrote about a Rock recently.
Oh, yeah.
I did a little thing. So I don't think we're gonna make this this podcast all oh hey, I did this thing, but I'm fucking proud of myself. All right, I did this thing. I should have done it years ago. I could have done it years ago, but I've been bogged down in the weight of my own self-deprecating bullshit. And a certain X hasn't made it easy, but
they never do.
Yeah, but yeah, I wrote an article about a documentary called between The Rock and the Commonwealth, which is about Indian Head Rock. Little information about Indian Head Rock, and then it's like bulk about this whole Kentucky Ohio battle.
So let me get this right.
Right.
They wanted you to write an article about Kentucky and Ohio fighting over Dwayne Johnson in the river.
Yep. It was an undersea battle. It raged for 3 years.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's been in our rivers for 200 years.
No. See, they eventually some of our guys took Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson out of the river and took him over to our side. This didn't go well. So
they had to put it back? Oh, wait, no.
And now The Rock is in a Kentucky storage facility since 2010.
That's crazy.
See, all these movies he's been doing, those were pre-filmed. He already had that shit done. So they're just like getting what they can, and I think Hollywood's gonna go ahead and step in, and there's gonna be like a tripod war.
That's wild, though. You don't really, a lot of people wouldn't know the behind the scenes of, I'd say, what would you call those, minor monuments?
Yeah,
like our town in general.
And really, it's honestly, it's just like South Shore and Portsmouth. Like, we're the only ones who really give a fuck about it.
Right.
But this is not interesting to these people. I don't think anyone listening to this wants to hear me talk about.
We were going to talk about either Smash Mouth or Nickelback.
Well, no, we're gonna get into this fucking Nickelback thing right now. We're gonna settle this for all the internet right now. You hear that, 5 listeners?
This is gonna break the net.
This is gonna break. This is gonna go viral. What are other words? I don't know. What are
it's gonna be a headliner.
It's gonna be a headliner for sure. You're gonna be hearing about this one around the water cooler tomorrow.
Yeah, see it on you see it flashing in Times Square.
Yeah.
Us talking about it.
But all right, so here's my piece on Nickelback. People need to get the fuck over hating shit because it's cool to hate shit. Like, Nickelback is not that bad. Maybe it got like painted on pretty thick for a while there, just like Creed. And again, Creed is not bad.
Creed's getting shit on it all the time.
Yeah, these are not bad bands. Like, are they? They're not really new. They're like kind of like, hey, this is the white bread of that '90s sound you really like, '90s early 2000s sound you really liked.
Or whatever.
Yeah, it's very mainstream. Okay, yeah, and just because something's mainstream doesn't make it bad. Did it get old? Like, did they stop producing great songs after a while, but kept producing albums? Yeah, sure. But okay, Photograph. All right, so every time you look at a photograph and you start getting all these memories, like some are random, some like have to do with what's actually in the photograph and shit, does that mean you're a hackmeat dipshit who really sucks and everyone should hate you?
Man,
no.
I should stop looking at this photograph.
But the guy who wrote a fucking song about it is an asshole? Like, what? How's his band shitty, but you don't suck every time you have a nostalgic memory?
Yeah, Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow wrote the same song, but call it Picture, and it's Love.
Yeah, it's kind of the same song. It's about love. That one's about love, and his is about, like, Chad Kroeger's the guy from Nickelback, right? Yeah. His is about, like, oh shit, like, this is where I grew up, and fucking, this is where I grew up.
Yes. Which reminds me, I'm not gonna say that I don't laugh at just about all the memes I see.
Oh yeah,
for Nickelback.
Like sometimes it's funny. Like but I mean, those memes are almost becoming Nickelback themselves,
right?
Where it's getting so annoying that it's like cool to hate Nickelback, hate memes, but also still hate Nickelback.
There's this little GIF of it's that scene from the song Photograph, and he's about to pull up the picture. It says. But it's just a graph of statistics, and it's like, look at this graph. And that's it. And I've lost my shit every time.
You've watched YouTube poops with me before. Right?
Yeah.
That makes like I want to see one.
It's just extended.
Like, look at this graph. Yeah.
But yeah, I like Nickelback.
I do too. Do I listen to it every day? No, I mean I listen to way better stuff.
Well,
way more often, but it's good.
We hit that big hipster anti-mainstream phase, but now I'm starting to realize, like, looking into things, we're into an anti-hipster phase where it's like the
oh my god.
post-hipster generation. And
oh my god. See, no, because we can't be. Like, how
I know,
long did
because that
shit
would
go
just be
on? Like,
normal, right?
yeah, how, like, what?
I know. I still meet
And also,
people.
it was so, like, I hate this. I hate how things, like, just, like, things used to last, like, 8, 9, 10 years. Fucking, now it's like every 3 or 4 years, like, we're on to the next movement, guys.
Right. Hey, man, how about that girl? I still hear about her, like, every fucking day. Because now she's a rapper.
That's only like a year old.
Well,
a year or two old. Or
eventually
like
everybody forgets.
I've not paid any, like, nearly enough attention to it to give a shit. I know she had a rap video.
Yeah.
It's fucking... I saw a clip of it because it was on the Philip DeFranco show.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, bringing up a better show than ours. Breaking the podcast up, because you don't do that. We break the rules here on this podcast. We don't conform to your normal rules of the podcast. Snap into it. Snap into a podcast. Some shitty Randy Savage for it. It's just stupid.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll stop hearing about her eventually. But yeah, I guess, like, I realize, like, I still meet people who will purposely hate certain things because, it's mainstream. Like, somebody will be like, oh, you like My Chemical Romance? Well, I like death doll people / something I've never heard of.
I think, I can't remember who I was talking to recently, but they fired off like 6 or 7 bands that were like, I'm really into this and this and this. And I was like, what the fuck is any of this shit?
And not that we don't like it, but they're like purposely putting down everything that you like just so they can tell you what they like.
I was like, one of them was, okay, and this guy isn't recent, but Danzig.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Danzig. I didn't know what the fuck that was.
You know Danzig?
I thought, well, I'm not a music guy. I don't really pay attention. Like, it's very rare I actually pay attention to who's in the band and shit. And they have to really be like that band. Like,
yeah.
So Danzig, he was Social Distortion?
No, he was the lead singer for Misfits for a long time.
Misfits, that's right.
And then he eventually... He still wanted to keep all those songs and say, fuck the Misfits, and I'm also going to go do my own thing, and came out with the song, Mother.
Yeah, okay. Wait a minute, that's Danzig? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I like that song.
Yeah, that's a great song.
He is just ridiculous. He's a ridiculous guy, and a lot of the memes I see are really funny.
Yeah, I've been seeing those pop up. Like, almost as soon as I heard about Danzig, now all these, like, Danzig memes are popping up and shit. But I was like, they were like, okay, you know the Misfits, you like the Misfits, but you don't know Danzig? And I was like, no! I was like, I've wasted way too much of my life on Pokemon cards, alright? Like,
you don't have
do you have any idea how many comics I read in a week? Fuck no, I don't know who Danzig is.
If it's not one of your, purposeful interests, you can still listen to music and not know who the fuck is in it.
Yeah, and when we were talking about, because, like, the whole me writing for the paper thing was actually kind of a conversation. It started about me doing movie reviews. It opened up to that, and then they were like, well, what about music? Because there's a lot of local music. And I was like, I am not the guy for that. I was like, I know I shouldn't turn it down. Like, I should take a crack at it. Like, professionally speaking, that would be the smart thing to do. But I was like, yeah, because, there's a thing they say in acting where it's like, don't be afraid to lie on your thing. Don't be ridiculous on your headshot, your resume.
Oh, right.
Don't be afraid to lie on it. But don't be ridiculous, of course. It's like
something that you can bullshit your way through.
If you say, like, you put on there you can speak Spanish, you better be ready to start crash coursing that shit as soon as you get that job. But
Casa del Taco.
Yeah.
Casa del Taco.
Enchilada burrito del Toro.
There you go.
Shit. But no, was that racist? I don't care. I decided in the middle of that what the fuck was I saying? Anyways,
be able to bullshit your way.
Yeah, I should have said, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do music, and then, like, go and try and do it at least. But I was like, my mouth got ahead of me, and I was like, No, I was like, I'm not the guy. It's like,
No
definitely,
way.
because really the motivation is I want to go out there and shit on a band that is actually good, and maybe like a large majority of people, especially locally, will probably think they're good, but I didn't fucking like them.
You're there to nitpick them anyways.
Yeah, and so my job is to like unbiasedly assess whether they're worth going to see or not.
Yeah.
And I don't see how music critics do it. Or
I'd
maybe
say
they
it
just
would be
fake their way.
based off of the music
Well,
and their stage presence.
My understanding of music is like you know, you like what you like. Like how can you throw a blanket over everything? Like come up with a scale of what's good and what's not based on like systematic or like chemical things. You know?
Here's a good version. You know, there's Justin Bieber. Obviously, he's you know, he's definitely in the mainstream. All his music's
immensely
clear.
famous.
You can understand his lyrics, and you can basically understand what the song's about. Then you go over here and you hear Tom Waits, who was actually once a decent jazz singer, but then eventually like point in his career where he starts singing like this.
Oh my god!
And it's like it's still like pretty good, but like it sounds way worse than what he was doing before. But it's still huge. A lot of people know Tom Waits. He's actually an actor in a lot of the movies.
I was gonna say it sounded familiar, and I didn't know why because I knew I didn't know any musicians named.
He's
Tom
in
Waits.
Seven Psychopaths and a couple other things, but you can't really you like even like in a lot of my history research for music, Mozart and apparently in big names like that, they weren't even as famous as they were alive than when they were dead.
I was like, I like to think of that as like cult classic type thing because it's like you get these movies like Nightmare Before Christmas, which did all right at the box office. Like
we knew of it because we grew up with it.
It did okay, and you know it had Disney behind it, so it got a decent release and shit. But nobody talked about this fucking thing. Nobody talked about this.
Flash forward 15 years.
Yeah, right. And then all of a sudden. Like
Tim Burton's on everything.
All the kids who like inherited the VHS from their older sibling fucking got a hold of it, and now it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And it holds on to. And there are things that don't. Like there are things that like they'll pop up and they'll be like fucking gigantic for a moment, and then they're just gone.
It sucks you can't be able to pinpoint a cult classic until it's like way in the future,
right?
Like,
yeah, because you put stock in it for sure.
You'd be like the guy who's like, "Oh man, Secret Life of Walter Mitty is the best movie," and then everybody's like, "Oh no, it's just shit."
There are people though that are saying like Secret Life of Walter Mitty is gonna be a cult classic. Because,
I think it's
like,
awesome.
Yeah, because nobody talks about that movie really. I haven't even seen it yet. I want to. I mean, the way you've talked about it, I want to see it.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that, like, honestly, I don't think it'll be another 10 years or so before people start fucking bringing that one out.
Well, even in this day and age, like we were talking about, you know, it'd be like things are real big for about 4 years, and then it's like on to the next thing.
Yeah, right.
So we may never get another cult classic topic again.
I don't know, because again, it's like Nightmare Before Christmas popped up since all this like fast-paced interest type shit has been going on, and it's still around. Like you walk into any Spencer's or Hot Topic, it's still all over. The reason I couldn't do music because I have my tastes. You know, I listen to music biasly, like with my emotions. I listen to it with my emotions, and if it doesn't sound good to me and it doesn't bring something out of me,
I won't listen to it again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to it again. I'm gonna think I'm not gonna like it, and I would give it a bad review. Right. Like there are fucking punk rock songs that like recorded wise sound like shit. There's something about the way they play it that's like. It calls back to me.
Black Flag and
it's like some early fucking Say Anything.
Yeah, definitely is.
So it's like something about that sound resonates with me, and then I'll listen to the actual song and I'll be like, man, this is all shit that I've experienced. I know these feelings. It's like, sing to me, sing to me.
I don't ever really think at the time when I was listening to Smash Mouth, not a lot of people cared about it. That was
I don't. Well, okay. When you were listening,
I was buying the CDs. I was probably like 10 years old, maybe.
Yeah.
And
no, you weren't buying the CDs,
right? Well, yeah. I found my first one and then decided to buy my next one. I can't remember the names of the albums yet, but I do remember wanting to get them all.
Yeah.
And now I kind of have the same perception as most people, where it's be like, oh, you know that Smash Mouth song? Be like, oh yeah, in Shrek, where they play that in Shrek. That's about the only thing I can think of.
Not me, man. For me, is like that song was on fucking Walking on the Sun.
Hey now,
and hey,
you're an all-star.
I did just have an article come out in the papers. Oh God, I'm gonna beat that into the ground for sure. Anyways, yeah, I remember all those songs on the radio, like
yeah,
on the because they used to play I don't know, when I was in elementary and middle school, they used to play the radio on the bus like all the time. I loved that because, oh my God, you don't know how big of a treat it was for me to hear Sixpence None the Richer come up with Kiss Me. Kiss Me. Yeah. I loved that fucking song. I think there's I don't know if it's Newfound Glory or someone did like kind of a fast-paced punk rock version.
It might have been on like Punk Goes
maybe
Punk Goes something.
Yeah, Punk Goes one of these things. Punk went over there just buy the album. Yeah. So but I love that version too. Oh. Here he is.
Hey now.
Wow. All right, we're done recording. So we're gonna end it now. Hey guys, this seems like a good place to end this episode. Did you leave my door open?
No.
Okay. Didn't sound like you shut it. Anyway, so we're talking about music. So we talked about my article in the paper.
Talked about Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
We talked about
that.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That was the whole thing. We fleshed it out. We don't need any more of it. But we man.
Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Cooking Nickelback. Yeah, you missed it. We busted the internet wide open, even though we haven't uploaded this yet. We're taking it by storm. We're going viral with this one because we're defending Nickelback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what? Look at no. You
guys,
sit the fuck down. You have this debate.
He wants his nickel back.
See, that's part of the problem. No one wants to have the debate. They just want to jump on the meme train. The liberal social media, their meme trains hating on your Nickelbacks and your creeds.
They're hating on the Nickelback, son, and we're going down.
Oh my God! I did a Hulk Hogan impression on live. I'll talk about it on another episode. Anyways, okay. Here's what basically both of us said. It's just become cool to hate Nickelback and Creed, but the songs aren't bad. The songs are not bad; they're fun.
And we all laugh at the memes.
I used Photograph as an example. So I don't get any of the fucking hate. It's become popular.
I'll hate on Nickelback all day,
but
it doesn't mean I hate them.
Yeah.
Most of Nickelback stuff I like. Their early stuff.
Yeah, but
I even find myself liking Rockstar. I think was one of more recent hits that they had.
That's still like pushing 6-ish, 8 years old.
Yeah,
I don't know what else is new.
I liked it. I think I liked it when it first came out, but that one got
played out. True.
One of their more recent albums was like Dark Horse or something like that.
But yeah, the old stuff's definitely great.
Well,
we all bounce on that.
And here's the thing, it's okay, because I said I see the memes pop up, and every now and again I'm like, mostly just because the more ludicrous ones, I'm like, that's funny, but just because it's funny comedically, not just because it's Nickelback or whatever. But I would never share one of these memes because I'd feel like a hypocrite, because I'd be like, fucking it'll probably be another month or two. I'll have them on my fucking MP3,
right?
That's it. Hey kids, remember MP3?
I kind of feel
that's it. They're on what is it, M4As now or something like that. Yeah, it's like
when they come on the radio though, me and my girlfriend were like, oh yeah, turn it up. And but I just remembered I kind of get the same vibe with Kid Rock. And I know he is just ridiculous. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. Now I will say this: like a lot of the songs I used to like from Kid Rock, especially when I was younger, I don't really like them now. I listen to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this garbage?
As soon as I hear that, though, I want to listen to it. Like, might as well while it's on. But I will not go out and just tell people what problem.
There's I love I don't know if the song's called American Badass. But I like American Badass.
He has one called American Badass.
Yeah, I like I'm an American Badass.
Yeah, see?
I like that one.
There's just a couple songs.
And then there's some of the slower ones, fucking Only God Knows Why.
I do like that one.
That's a good one.
What is it?
We talked about Picture a little earlier. Yeah, Cheryl, and then you also got the star power Sheryl Crow right there for you. So
I was like, I heard you mention Creed a minute ago, dude. I listen to Creed all the fucking time.
I got a greatest hits, and I can't remember exactly which album it is, but I think it's the album with Weathered on it. And
I think that's Human Clay, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that's the one. I got those out in the car right now.
Yeah, and that was good music. Like Mark Tremonti's a hell of a guitar player.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of their instrumental parts I've purposely, went to go learn. I know a couple of ones. Guitars are great.
And the thing is, you know the band Alter Bridge, right?
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah, it's Creed with a different singer.
And then there was they had that song Metalingus, and this is the only reason.
That's Alter Bridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The reason I found out about Alter Bridge is because they had that song Metalingus, and it was a theme they used for a WWE pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, that's how I found out about like Alter Bridge. But yeah, no, what we basically boiled it down to is that those who do legitimately hate it, like not just jumping on the fucking train, is probably because like this is the white bread option of early 2000s music. It's like this is the collective idea of the sound that was that rock era.
Yeah.
So if there's any reason to hate it, it's because it's just
it's white bread.
It's too basic. Or whatever. Which is a term I didn't know goes back to the 80s.
Yeah.
I just watched Say Anything today.
But
I just watched Say Anything today. They kept saying basic.
Without these white bread like options like that started everything, we wouldn't have our honey wheat and our Reuben and everything else.
Well, no,
like we wouldn't
I get
have gone.
What you're saying. I respect your opinion, but you're fucking wrong.
But without all of these like basic 4-chord bands and everything, without all of that, and you can trace any song back to a 4-chord progression.
Yeah,
which is all these bands really do.
And that's some music deep cuts knowledge from you there. From like these guys, like are the music guys. I'm the odd man out here, but with Nickelback, Creed, and really any other like basic early 2000s band you want to throw in there. Honestly, I think their sound was conformed by the people that preceded them a little bit. That invented that sound. They just honed it into a secure package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot go wrong with a standard beat, 4 chords.
The Beatles did
and your typical
and the Beatles
verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, end.
Yeah.
Like
a lot of people have adapted.
I don't know. The Beatles broke a lot of the mold too. That's a whole nother conversation.
They did a trillion songs that weren't just 4 chords.
Yeah.
But they definitely hit a lot.
It took a while for those songs to really catch.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think this is a good place to end, and we're probably gonna record another 1 or 2 of these real quick. Odle showed up like an hour late.
We got some music in there.
25 minutes past when I normally do. Had to go get the wife.
I could die in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, is she out?
Watch me.
Yeah, she's outside right now.
Oh, she can come in.
I know, she's going to.
Okay. All right.
Working on it.
All right.
She's pre-gaming.
Something I never... let's do a little fucking spiel, and then I'll add this little extra thing on, because I never really say this. You'll know what it is when I say it. In a moment. Joe podcast near you. All right, I'm dragging that out too much. All right, so Facebook, we got the Sort of My Brand, we got the Sort of My Comics on there. That's our nerd news page. You can like all that shit. Sort of My Brand is where you can find it's your hub for anything Sort of My. Really. Like, anything sort of my that happens, it's going to go there. Sort of whatever we work on. Anyways.
Hey, that's a good title. Sort of whatever we work on.
Sort of whatever we work on. The whole title is sort of whatever we work on. I don't know. It was too lazy to come up with a clever title. I tried. Everyone just said keep using this. So here it is. .com. /index. We gotta emphasize that index because the other one's just gonna take them to a really weird porn site. If you want to like sort of my podcast, that is on Instagram and the Twitters there, which happens. Yeah.
You know, I've tried contacting people on Twitter. No one wants to respond to the podcast on Twitter. I've gotten more personal responses.
That's why
asking
we keep
the same questions.
Because it only takes one fucking person, and then that's when the ball starts rolling. What was the other fuck thing? Oh yeah, YouTube.
Yeah.
Sort of my brand, YouTube. We're in phase 2 of the what is it?
Infinity.
The YouTube the Sort of My Brand Rebirth Initiative is what I've been calling it. Total original title. It took me a while to figure that one out.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you have a title for it.
Yeah, I'm serious. I have phases. Like, we're in phase 2. Phase 3 is when Edible Obscurities comes back. Flirting with a couple other elements. Phase 3, but nothing set in stone. We don't have a cast yet. We don't have an exact cast. I know I'm going to be in the lead role there, but our social media, our personal social media shit, that's down in the description. Whether you're listening to this on SoundCloud, iTunes, or YouTube, where you should subscribe, listen, follow, like, definitely comment. Always comment. No shit. Like, come on, talk to us, guys. We're talking.
Are you even listening?
Are you even fucking listening?
We're talking at you. The least you could do is talk at us.
Yeah, you with the braces, and you with the brown hair, and the face.
Hello, God. It's us, the podcast. Anyways, yeah, all that shit's down there, aside from our personal Facebooks, because we're selective with those, but, you know, you can follow us on Instagram. Our Twitters are down there. Fucking the Sort of My Brand stuff is down there. Simple Interesting Visions stuff is down there. So, yeah, drop on down there for a moment. Check it. I post a lot about beer.
If you guys just, slide down a little bit, undo the zipper, see what you find, you may like it.
Yeah. Whip out our social media cock, give it a tug or two, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Yeah. Be a comment, like, and share whore, you know?
God damn. All right. This is the part where I, make some comment about the, music.